Y'all, I've had this video prepped for the longest time, and I've just never gotten down to doing it. So I'm going to do it tonight, finally. This is 60 minutes talking about twins. You know, the two Trumps. Now, this one is on hand signals. This is on Illuminati hand signals. We call them Illuminati. I do not mention the exact name of the secret society. As I have told people many times, I live in a county, in an area, I'm very well known, and they run this county like they run every city, every state house, every office of the federal government. They were called by Eisenhower the military-industrial complex. But there is a reason why there's a pyramid on the back of your dollar bill. There's a reason why there's an obelisk facing a dome at the Vatican, a city-state, and at Washington, D.C., a city-state. Of course, we call our obelisk the Washington Monument. And an obelisk is the male phallic symbol of Osiris. That's Egypt, the Egyptian gods and goddesses. And you've got a pyramid. So it's all about Egypt. It's all about the mystery religions. And that's, you cannot move up in politics. You cannot move up in media, sports media, head football coaches in the NFL, or head football coaches throughout college football. I asked an assistant college football coach one time that I personally knew. He was on the low levels of it. I asked him about it. I mentioned the name of the secret society that I don't mention in my videos. Y'all know what it is. And if you don't, I don't know, email me, become a Facebook friend of mine. We'll talk about it. But I know people in the club. I'm not here to denigrate anybody. I'm always hoping the Lord will pull them. It's nothing personal with them. Same name, just drop the Roman numeral 3. Same picture. I just changed my picture recently, so same one on YouTube. So in the comments of this video, I'm going to put a lot that describe the secret society, along with about 2 or 3 other videos, like Know Your Enemy, which is 10.5 hours, but it will take you from A to Z. There's another one on the Jesuits. The Jesuits are connected to those that run that land over there where Jesus is from. And they're also connected to the main big secret society. And that's all Skull and Bones is also. They're all secret societies. Today we're going to go over secret society hand signals. And there's one person, one thing I didn't prep, so hang on just a quick second. There's this guy named Josh Sparrow. He's got 4,000 subscribers. I've got 415. I don't monetize my channel. I like to think my channel is for the chosen few of the narrow way that few find. But he does an excellent job. Now, he believes in free will. Most of these good Christians that you'll find, and some of these YouTube channels are genuine, real, quote unquote, Christian people. I would love for them to come out of free will. Most of your truther, exposing Illuminati, truther type YouTube channels are run by secret society members. Their job is to give you the truth, though cryptically. They'll tell you a little bit of truth here, but then they'll take you down the wrong path over here. And you'll think they're just telling you so much information, and next thing you know, they've just taken you down some rabbit hole somewhere. Just like I will tell you quickly, a vaccine cannot be the mark of the beast, because the mark of the beast has to come with the Antichrist in a temple, in an Israelite type style temple over there in Israel. He has to declare himself to be God. He has to blaspheme God. He has to have a false prophet who makes fire flash down from heaven to the earth in the sight of man. That's Revelation 13:13. There has to be an image that speaks, which will be the AI. It'll be Ghost in the Machine. That'll be Lucifer, the Satan in the computer. Lucifer, remember, is the female transgendered version of Satan. Satan can transform himself into an angel of light. Lucifer is light. Lucifer is the goddess. All the goddess symbolisms, Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mary in the Catholic Church, so on and so forth. So, I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. I can just ramble. But his site is excellent. Josh Sparrow. He's going to give you a lot of hand signals. So subscribe to him. You can watch. After a while, they're all the same, but he will show you every single celebrity that you see. The 33 on his COVID mask there. So anyway, great site. Check them out. But through the year, now there's one where Russian vids, RV Truth, he was exposing that. So I'm not going to get into that here. I am a believer of the biblical earth cosmology. I do not believe in pseudoscience or fake science. But see this hand signal this guy's giving you here? I don't want to get a copyright strike, so let it play for just a second or two.
First off, I want to explain something here. This is
So the guy is not moving yet. Has he started talking? Is the guy going to talk?
yes, believe in all.
Anyway, see that hand signal? That's club membership. And you'll see a lot of preachers use that. And we're going to go over all their hand signals today. This lady is sitting in the Trump. Notice there's two Trumps. One's a clone. I do not believe Trump has a organic, real twin. I think it's cloning based off what they showed us in the movie The Prestige. But could be a real twin. But I think it's the clone that's going to take the assassination. And then Trump will seemingly have been risen from the dead, back from the deadly wound. That's Revelation 13:3, 13:12, and 13:14. Received a deadly wound by the sword, but did live. But you see the way she's sitting. She sits like that all throughout this interview as the twin, as one of the twins. She's sitting exactly like Donald Trump, who is, of course, the twin. She'll break it for a minute. She'll go right back to it. Here she is again. This is a 60 minutes piece. So what they're doing is they're cryptically showing you that Trump has a twin because she's sitting the exact same way Donald Trump sits in the 60-minute piece. And there's nothing that they don't do that's not staged. I guess that was the last time. But again, throughout, in the beginning, middle, and the end, she was sitting like that. So that takes care of those two that I wanted to show y'all. Now we're going to go to, I want y'all to look at all these I'm going to show y'all today. All of your media. How do they keep pushing this C-19 situation and getting you to buy into going through the protocols? They do it in UFC. I watch UFC. They do it in college football, and they're doing it in the NFL. That's all they're showing is you must get tested. You must follow your protocol. Get tested. We test our players 3 times. Blah, 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 blah. This thing is so real, right? By the way, what they're giving you is the divine feminine. There's the right side up pyramid. That's male and some symbol. Then there's the upside down pyramid. And on Trump Tower has an upside down pyramid of 6 by 6 by 6 bushes. I've showed you all that many times in my Trump Antichrist series. We'll show you that today also. Why not? But see, it says the return of the divine feminine. And see the hand signal. Earth under attack. Mother Earth, the divine feminine hand signal. So let's go through it. This was in a Star Wars? It was not Star Wars. You know what it was? It was that movie 300. In that movie 300, look at that. Perfect upside down, the divine feminine hand signal. This is what the Illuminati do. There he is. He's giving it to you right there. Does that look like a natural? And he's even looking down. He's like, yep. He's club member. But he's looking down going, yep, he's flashing. Danny Werfel, the big Christian, Florida Gator quarterback. Nope. Fake Christian. In his commercial, there's Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow was doing goat yoga on College Game Day. Let's see if we can find that for you. Just hang on just a quick second. All right. This is a close look. You see where it says, I know this is small on your screen, Goat Yoga Nashville. I couldn't find anything of Tim actually doing the goat yoga, but I saw him on all fours doing the goat yoga. That's when he was standing up from doing it. But he was, you know, in all the positions. See, they were with their yoga mats. And so, yeah. Goat Yoga Nashville on Instagram. So this just happened. Tim Tebow, Goat Yoga Nashville. Goat Yoga Nashville, Halloween Spooktacular. So, of course, they did it on the pagan holiday. Goat Yoga Nashville with Tim Tebow. Spring has sprung. I'm not going to waste your time. Let me pause it one more time so I can get exactly what's going on here. There's other stuff. All right. Anyway, that's about all I could do. But Tim, he's just a motivational speaker. He's a freewheeler, but he is in the club. Guaranteed. Let's go back to his hand signals. I should have videoed that. He actually gives you all four hand signals. That's one. That's 1, 2, 3, and with a thumbs on top. That is what they did in the movie Tenet when he said, I'm going to give you a word, and it's Tenet. And it's 10, 10 going in different directions, and he put his thumb on top. You would just have to see the movie. It was a weird movie. Again, the Ghost in the Machine writes these movies. There's no way Christopher Nolan wrote that movie. It is way too complex to follow. There's inversion taking place. There is time going backwards. They go to a scene. There's people like Back to the Future twice. You know, remember Back to the Future, Donald Trump was the character they based the Biff character off of in Back to the Future 2. Donnie Darko, which stands for Donald Darkness. Donnie Darko is also about time travel. That's everything that Trump's about is time travel. Well, the movie Tenet, of course, Christopher Nolan, who did the Batman series, which was about Trump. Trump says, I am Batman. I've shown y'all that many times in the camera. But anyway, let's just keep going. Fingers together, thumb up. Again, Danny Werfel, club member. Christian Bale on Christianity, is always giving you the Donald Trump. This is in the movie American Psycho, because that's what Donald Trump is. Christian Bale is always playing Donald Trump. In the movie American Psycho, he is sitting like Trump again. And in the movie The American Psycho, he, for a third time, has the Donald Trump Illuminati hand signal. 666. Seriously? What in the world would make him do that other than saying club member? Satan, 666. Did the Ghost in the Machine write their songs? They will tell you that something came into them and came out of them that writes these songs. I watched They Sold Their Soul for Rock and Roll, and I've also watched Hell's Bells 2, The History of Rock and or something. I forget the name of it, but it exposes Satanism or channeling demons to write music in the music industry. Media. 666, of course. One-eye symbolism. That's mainly what Josh Sparrow does. There's the upside down chalice. Same way the lady was sitting. Conor McGregor getting paid millions to do a boxing match. He was sitting with the exact same hand signal that Floyd Mayweather was also sitting with. I think I've got Floyd Gators head coach, club member. He does it more than any other head coach I have ever seen. Given the 666 sitting in Trump Tower in the movie The Devil's Advocate, which was filmed, parts of course were filmed in Trump Tower, Devil's Advocate, Donald Trump. In the movie The Devil's Advocate, sitting just like Donald Trump. We already showed you this, the divine feminine. Preachers, when you point up with two fingers, I see the guy do it on NFL, one of the hosts of the NFL shows. He'll point up with his two fingers a lot like that. There's the other hand signals, other hand signals, other. I'm sorry, it's so small and tiny. God, these are all small and tiny, aren't they? These are all preachers. These are all preachers. But preachers, that's why they teach the false doctrine. God, are they all this small? I'm sorry, they're throwing out the devil horns numerous times. Y'all, I'm sorry they're so small. Billy Graham, of course, club member. Joel Osteen, of course. Are you kidding me? Folks, if your local preacher more than likely is a club member. Now, some, we will just say for the sake of argument, you might have some preachers that are organically thinking they're teaching properly and they were just trained in these institutions, these universities, or wherever they go to get their training. Because just like to be a doctor, you have to be trained in pharmaceutical. Just like to be a preacher, you have to be trained in a false religion. 666, devil horns. This is way too small for y'all. There's Floyd Mayweather, who was fighting Conor McGregor, given the exact same hand signal that Conor McGregor was giving. Lady Gaga got the all-seeing eye. It's on the back of your dollar bill, folks. You don't think they don't run everything? You think this whole thing that's taking place around the world right now is our 666? This whole C-19? This is nothing but a ritual event we're all living in right now. This is the rider on the white horse, Donald Trump, receiving his crown, his corona. Corona means crown. Go look at a bottle of Corona beer. It's got a crown on it. The Antichrist is receiving his corona, his crown. Next, he will be falsely, fakely assassinated, more than likely a clone. Then you're going to get your martial law in this country as riots ensue, and then you're going to get World War III, because World War I also began with an assassination of Franz Ferdinand. And then Trump will be removed. Just like in The Dark Knight Rises, Batman was the billionaire from Gotham, just like Trump's the billionaire from New York City, was removed. And then he returned later on in the movie to save the day. But remember, he had to rise out of the pit. The Dark Knight Rises. Exactly what Trump's going to do. He's going to spiritually rise out of the pit. The spirit of Antichrist will rise and become in. Trump's not possessed right now with the spirit of Antichrist. No. He will when he comes back. Look at all these. See that right there? God is a woman. Ariana Grande did the same. It's the yoni. Look at all these. Even Hitler. Hitler was a stooge, hired to do a job. Basically a motivational speaker. He was an actor. That was all staged. All your world wars are staged. Why was it staged? Why was World War II staged? So they would put those people in that land over there where Jesus roamed and said, oh, they need protection, because that's where the Antichrist is going to do the deed. That's why Trump is all about that area over there. There you go again. That's why college football right now is talking about nothing but C-19 and how each player and each team needs to do it properly. They'll probably yank college football right from under us too. Who knows? I don't care. Nothing's there's Ariana Grande in the video. God is a woman. She's giving you the yoni. God is a woman. Why is God a woman? Because their God is Lucifer, and Lucifer is the female, transgendered version of Satan. That's why the Baphomet has female breast. The Baphomet. See the female breast? Satan, male and female. Satan himself can, how could I forget the Bible verse? Let it be a wonder that Satan himself can transform himself into an angel of light. That's what it is. Sorry. For some reason, the word transform just wasn't working in me brain. Where did I leave off at? Ariana Grande, God is a woman. Look at the pyramid. All of it. They run it all, folks. There's nothing they don't run. What do these two cats do? Order out of chaos. Rioting, all of it. Do we care about our African American friends and family and our neighbors? Absolutely. Is there any place for racism in a world of God? Absolutely not. But these people do play the divide and conquer paradigm. "12 Years a Slave" wins Best Picture at the Oscars. They're always...
According to Reuters, Los Angeles, the slavery drama 12 Years a Slave won the Academy Award for Best Picture on Sunday, making history as the first movie from a Black director to win the film industry's highest honor in 86 years of the Oscars.
12 Years a Slave. I saw a lady do a history lesson. She was saying white people were slaves in the United States of America even before blacks were. Now, I don't have that knowledge. I didn't do the research myself. But folks, this is all about division. And from what I understand in in the Civil War, many were already starting, some blacks owned slaves as they became sharecroppers and so, and as some got freed and got their own land. There's so much that's not taught, folks, because it's all about divide and conquer. I mean, if listening to me angers you, then why are you listening to me? Leave me alone. Go somewhere else. But all the club members, well, this guy was sitting, what was he? Was he an actor? But the guy he was sitting there, he was doing nonstop flashing. I can't remember if he was an actor talking about, or a movie critic, or what it was. Bieber, of course. Madonna, of course. Peyton Manning, when he was hosting the ESPYs, he did that non-stop. Mary Tyler Moore, David, look at it. It's, folks, come on. Are you kidding me? You cannot be on TV. You cannot have a voice in the media, even your local media. You cannot have a voice unless you, and see, they don't think that they're Satanist. They believe in Lucifer, that Lucifer is light, and that the God of this world has screwed up this world, that he created a ridiculous world of ridiculousness, and that he has a mother that created him. They laugh at our God. They say our God thinks he's the only God. He doesn't even know he was created. So they've just been sold, what, folks, they've been handed over to it, just like people are handed over to Islam, Buddhism. They get handed over to Luciferianism. They think it's an amazing thing. They cannot wait to do what they're going to do. They cannot wait. Oprah, they cannot wait to do what they're going to do. Look at the Oscars. Look at all the pyramids, upside down pyramids, right side up pyramids. Trump, the Illuminati symbol. God is a woman, Ariana Grande. There she is with the yoni. Notice Lucifer sitting on top of the world. Symbolism, of course, a round spinning ball, which is not biblical. the voice of Derek Feature. I'm not sure if he's a motivational speaker. I think he is, but come on. What's he showing you? As I was telling one African-American friend of mine, it's so prevalent in the African-American Black community. Just it's palpable, folks. Look at this guy. This is on that's that famous magician. I can't think of his name. And this was like on the Tonight Show. That's one of the band members off to the side. Look at him, just throwing it like it's nothing. Anybody watching this that would think like a Nancy Pelosi or anybody, that folks, they're all on the same squad. It's divide and conquer. That's all it is. It's all it is. That's him talking to the Sophia, which, by the way, is the name that they give the woman that birthed our God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Allegedly, the Gnostics believe. And the secret society, I have heard them speak before on YouTube, and they were saying basically we're Gnostics. But when he's talking to her, he gives the divine feminine AI robot the divine feminine hand signal. Kobe, black and white checkered floors, one of their symbols, of course. Folks, he's alive. That was just to kick off the ritual. It was on the eve of the Grammys, all staged. Oh, I cut off his head, so I can't tell you it, but anyway, you'll see that. Here's this guy, Obama's portrait artist guy. He's just flashing straight up, just like it ain't nothing. Here's this lady, hidden hand. There's Tebow again, hidden hand. They call it the lion's paw. They call it the hidden hand of the Illuminati. Well, the video, and remember in the comments, I'm going to give you links. Know Your Enemy is 10 hours. They go over the hidden hand in Know Your Enemy series. It's 10 hours, but it's worth it. After you've watched it, you'll be like, I'm very glad I watched that. That's what the Lord used to bring me out of Catholicism and astrology and numerology and all the New Age stuff I was in. And I'll have other videos for you to watch too. So UFC, I saw him flash the other night. I snapped the photo. Michael Jordan hosting Saturday Night Live. Here's that guy again. Oh, that's a different hand signal. Remember, the other hand signal was different that he did. Now he's got the thumbs up. So he gave you both hand signals. Look at all these guys. Man, he gave all three. Same guy. I knew he was an actor. Yeah. He was sitting next to this guy. And he gave you all three hand signals. Boom. Boom with the thumbs. And the yoni he gave you all three. All three he gave us. So in one sitting, he flashed all three hand signals. And that one doesn't even look comfortable at all. That's so obvious that he's just like, yeah. There's another UFC guy. You can't get in the media, folks. You can't get a microphone in front of your face. Look at this guy, our local news guy. Bing. I'm in the club. I'm in the club. This is how they get. Look at this guy. Does that even look natural? Standing there in the press box where they're doing the TV broadcast of like a college football playoff game or whatever. Look at him flash that. Are you kidding me? Booger McFarland. Look at you, Boog. Got to show him in the club. Got to show. Got to show. Flashed it. Boom. Boom. By the way, they have their right-hand path and their left-hand path. There's the Luciferian side and there's the satanic side. I think he's more on the satanic side. Left-hand path, right-hand path. Left eye, right eye. Here's another Look at it. Does that look natural to stand there like that? Are you kidding me? Folks, that's how they do it. That's how they locked you down in this ritual. All their club members. Look at this guy. He used to flash more than anybody I ever saw. I could have taken 1,000 pictures. He would come on every single night on NFL Access. And he flashed. A former quarterback. His brother's still a quarterback in the NFL. He flashed every. What do you think that egg inside of that you don't want to talk about symbolism, the birthing. Jim Rome. Look at this guy. He's giving you the God as a woman yoni. Look at this guy. Why am I showing you sports media? Because of now he's doing, this is the John Gotti movie. Travolta. Look at that. 3 times he flashed. What he's telling you. Look at Gotti's son. Look, the guy playing the role of John Gotti's son in the movie Gotti. He's holding it like up in the air for you to see it. I can't remember. I cut off his face. Sorry. This guy's standing in a ring at a UFC fight. Does that look like a casual way to stand in the ring? No, but he knows the camera's going to be on him. So they're flashing. Now, a lot of times they'll just stand like that. And this is Egyptian gods and pagans and so forth. You would stand like this. So it's got some sort of meaning that goes back. Sometimes you'll just see them just stand like that. But it's posturing. It's a pose. You better believe it. You better believe it. I will see them just stand like that. They're not actually giving you the hand signals that I've been showing you. They'll put their hands just kind of together, but up underneath their chest, but above their belly button. And they'll do it. It's freaky. Ellen took the fall a while back. They shamed her. That's just embarrassment rituals. She took the dive for some. I didn't even see what it was. I just saw where Ellen was in trouble, mistreating her staff or something. I think I clicked on it. Went, folks, all faked, all staged. This referee. They're going to introduce the referee. When they introduce him, he's flashing his hands. This was a guy walking out a UFC fight. Like he was just part of the entourage, and he was walking. As he was walking out with his fighter, he's flashing his. Do you think that's natural to walk and be holding that up while you're walking? There you go. The ESPY Awards. There you go. Show your stuff. Show your stuff. Show your stuff. There's old Dan Mullen again. Trusty club member. Hey, they want to make sure that when the collapse takes place, they're taken care of. They're all going to have a safe place to take their wives and children. They're not going to be caught in this calamity when it hits. That's why they do it, man. Some of them do it out of fear. Some of them do it out of because they buy into the Luciferianism of it. Some of them just want to move up and be high-paid football. Whatever the reason, God did not call them out of this world. Is it their fault? No. Are they accountable? Yes. Unto what? A second death. Boop. College football, SEC Nation, which is just like College Game Day. It's the pregame show. This was a UFC thing, and he was just like, this is Invicta, where the girls fight. And Invicta is extremely Luciferian and symbolic. Matter of fact, they only fight in Illuminati local halls, Hall. Well, this cat was sitting there with his shirt off, kind of looking all Fabio. He just sitting there flashing. Oh, UFC hostess. Bing. I'm in the club. I'm in the club. I'm in the club. Jack Nicholson in The Shining, giving you the Trump 666. Conor McGregor. Look at that. Again, this time it's the yoni he's given. Newsman. The head of the SEC talking to one of the, you never see two people do it at the same time, but here you did. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? Double flashing? I tell you what, folks. police officer. A lot of these events are staged. Some of them are faked. Some of them it's somebody actually real. Sometimes families just get paid and they're faking an injury. Sometimes somebody literally is shot because a police officer was told to go out and do something nefarious. Because why? Because he's told to do it. A police department will say, this is the city, we want something done. You guys are in the club, you'll be covered, don't worry about it, but blah, blah, blah. So he's the cop protecting that guy, but he's in the background, he's flashing, saying, hey, I'm in the club. You don't think I don't always think that I'm going to be framed for something? Yeah, I'm always waiting on that knock at the door. Folks, they run every single aspect of my county that I live in. Every single aspect of it. Look at this guy. I will not be putting this on my Facebook. I guarantee you that. Mick Hubert, football announcer. He's the head football coach for Syracuse. Flashing the yoni. What's the head football coach of Syracuse doing? Flashing the yoni if he's not in the club. Well, it's because he's in the club. One of the guys sitting down for the national anthem a few years ago. Remember how so Trump went to Huntsville, Redneck, Alabama, and referred to them as sons of bitches. Divide and conquer. Trump's not here to be a president. He's playing his role as Antichrist. This guy's sitting there flashing while he's sitting down for the national anthem. Dan Mullen, I told you, y'all, he flashes more. He's sitting there on an outdoor talk show, and he's flashing. Are you kidding me? Or Dan Mullen again on his talk show. Oh, Dan Mullen again. Sorry, I just watch a lot of Gator stuff. This guy here, I already showed y'all him once. Every time he does a show where he's the host, he flashes every single time, no matter what coach he's sitting next to. And look at Mullen. Like it's up in the air. He's got his elbows on the rest, and he's just throwing it out there at y'all. Another guy, college football guy. That's the hand signal I was talking about. Remember the statues I showed you? He's doing what those statues were doing. Those pagan statues. So there's something to that. They're all pagans. They think they've got it going on. They're not just thinking they're just going to go to hell, and that they're just like, I'm just doing this to get this job, but I don't want to burn it. No, they actually think that Lucifer, the goddess, is going to, it's a long story, but they have buy-in. There's the Tennessee head coach. All the coaches do, y'all. All of them. I've seen it with Nick Saban. I've seen it with Bill Belichick. I don't know if I've got them in here or not. That's a guy from CBS, SEC Network. The guy from Glengarry Glen Ross. You know, the guy that hosts Saturday Night Live 1,000 times. And he imitated Donald Trump on Saturday Night Live. Yeah. He had a talk show. Here's a guy flashing a yoni, just straight up. I don't know if it's a music video or what it was. There's Tebow again. Dan Mullen again. NFL host. Former Florida State head coach. Are y'all getting the picture? He's giving you two. He went booming, but look at that. Does that look natural? Oh, the Illuminati. He's giving you one, giving you another. Ring girls at UFC. You got to be in the club. You got to be in the club. Look at Dan Mullen again. You got to be in the club. Does that look natural? No. That's some I forget his name, actor, hosting Saturday Night Live. Boom. Flashing. Same guy I told you earlier, flashing. Boom. This guy flashed more than anybody I've ever seen in my life. Flashing. Boom. Boom. Another police officer in the background showing you. Does that mean every police officer? No. No. But He's got the job to be with the head coach. I think that's Dabo Sweeney's guy. I think that might be Dabo with the orange. So he is. Okay. Doesn't mean every police officer is, but doesn't mean everybody in the military is either, but you cannot move up in the military unless you join. You better believe it. Your own military. Yes. You want to start getting rank, you want to start getting good positions, sent to the right places or sent to the wrong places. It depends. Y'all getting the idea? The University of Alabama, the goddess. Look at that. Sun god symbolism. Moon goddess. Sun god, moon goddess. University of Wisconsin in Madison, all-seeing eye. So who do you think runs these institutions that hires these football coaches? What are they teaching these? They teach that spinning ball earth, don't they? Yes, they do. Oh boy, UFC guy. In the Trump TV show, remember his name was Trump, the snake oil salesman? I had a guy the other day was talking about Trump as a snake oil salesman. And I know he was referring to the TV show where the guy was actually named. Guess what happens to him at the end of the TV show? He gets shot and killed. He's throwing the 666 when he says, then this guy here knows he's crooked. He goes, you're going to believe this guy Trump? When he says Trump, he flashes the 666. This is 1958. Folks, the ghost in the machine has been orchestrating this for a very, 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 ever since Donald Trump was born, he was born to be who he was going to be. QAnon? Are you kidding me? It's nothing more than artificial intelligence, the ghost in the machine. That's Satan in the computer orchestrating things with Trump to make you think. There's Trump in iPet Goat 2. They had all the presidents sitting down, all these represented presidents. It's black and white. Look at the Donald Trump hand signal there. In iPet Goat 2 with the hair. iPet Goat 2, artificial intelligence. And the music, artificial intelligence. Twin, the world in 2020. Twin, Trump, exit. Twin, Trump, exit in 2020. I don't suspect he's going to be around in 2021 unless he already returns by that time. But I will be knee-deep in World War III. 2 billion people must die. Revelation 6:8, war, famine, death will cause death to 1/4 of the earth. Folks, I hope you enjoyed that every bit as much as I did. They're probably really going to come get me now. I'm not posting this on my Facebook. I hope none of the locals see this. This is going to be on my Facebook. I will have in the comments links for you to understand more about who and what the name of the club is. But if I were to tell you the obelisk facing the dome at the Vatican, the Vatican has an obelisk, and theirs is actually from Egypt. It was transplanted and moved from Egypt. What is an Egyptian from Egypt obelisk? Just research it. Just Google search Vatican obelisk from Egypt. Boom. You'll get it. Facing the dome, same as in Washington, D.C. Obelisk facing the dome. Obelisk facing the dome. Obelisk facing the dome. What do you got at Washington, D.C.? See that? Same thing. Obelisk facing the dome. They're both city-states. Do you really think there's any difference between the Vatican and Washington, D.C.? It sits in between Virgin Mary land. Who is Mary in that church? It's Lucifer, the goddess. That's why they have you pray to Mary. Everybody got the idea? I'm gonna share one more thing with you. to let you understand about these secret societies. One more thing for you, since you've lasted this long. I want you to listen to him talk about the influence. It's economic, political, and even spiritual because they're Luciferians, or spiritual because they are fake Christians that run your fake churches. He calls it the military-industrial complex. Who do you think runs the military? The Illuminati do. They run everything. This is Satan's mafia from top to bottom.
This military establishment and a large arms industry is new in the American experience. The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the federal government.
Did you get that?
The military establishment and a large arms
Every
industry
city.
is new
Every
in
city.
the American experience.
Every city.
The total influence, economic, political, even spiritual, is felt in every city, every state house, every office of the...
Every city. Do you really think he's talking about the military-industrial complex in every city? No. He's talking about secret societies, the Illuminati.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society. And we are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret societies, to secret oaths, and to secret proceedings.
So you get the idea. Secret oaths, secret meetings. Kennedy was telling you about it. Both of those speeches, by the way, 1961. Year I was born, January 17th, 1961. Kennedy's, April 27th, 1961. I was born a few months later. So anyway, I love y'all very much. Please share my channel with people that you think will take to it. And I don't monetize my channel. It's not to make money, but it's to bring them to the truth. We tell you that free will was not taught in this country until the late 1800s, until Virgin Maryland took over. Christmas was not celebrated in this country until the late 1800s. It was outlawed throughout the United States. It's paganism, folks. Jeremiah 10, 2-4. Do not do the way of the heathen. Do not cut the tree from the forest with the axe. Why do you think they make such a big deal at Rockefeller Center? Do you really think the lighting of the gigantic Christmas tree? It's paganism. Do you really think those people are Christians? The people at Rockefeller's, from NBC? Are you kidding me? We're going to light the Christmas tree because we believe in Jesus? Really? No. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. By the way, that's what the swastika was. It was the wheel in the sky. Keeps on turning. Remember that song? That's all it is. It was the wheel in the sky. Hitler and them, they were nothing more than pagans. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth the tree out of the forest. Does that sound familiar? The work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and gold. Does that sound familiar? They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. Does that sound familiar? Folks, they were doing this in the Old Testament days in Jeremiah, way before Jesus came. If you celebrate Christmas, you're a pagan. A sheep will not go to their death celebrating the Christ Mass and believing in free will. If your mom and your dad and your grandma, I'm sorry. We're all in the same boat. So, I love you. We're all we got. We're all we need because we have the Holy Spirit. And that's all we need. He's given us each other. He's given us his truth and he's given us each other. We find comfort from the Comforter. The Holy Spirit is the Spirit of truth. We get comfort from being in truth. We get comfort from fellowship with each other. Love you.